Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who's been a head coach for the Buffalo Bills. He's been a head coach for the New York Jets. He's been a defensive coordinator all around the world. He's a legend. He's an ESPN personality. He's a guy that I enjoy immensely and can't wait to chat to. Ladies and gentlemen, Rex Ryan.
How you guys doing? Woo! Man, I like the setup here. You got a little heat going.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Man, I mean, Atlanta is this cold. Shoot, it's freezing.
Rex, I'll tell you what. We had no heat yesterday up here while we were setting this up for the first time. Cold as balls. Did not expect it in Atlanta. There's zero Southern hospitality from Mother Nature, but we got to move forward. I have a question for you. What is your football philosophy? Every time I hear you talk about football on ESPN and all your interviews, it's like it's a game that's physical, but a lot of fucking fun, I believe, is what you try to pitch, basically.
Pretty much. And it's funny because I was reading the other day, a guy that worked, was a secondary coach for me, just got the Bears defense coordinating job, Chuck Pagano, and he said,
"It's my guy.
We got, kill philosophy." I go, "Dude, you flat stole that. You stole that." That's exactly right. But that's kind of it, because that KISS philosophy that was for somebody else. But to me, it's the but that's really what it is, and get after it, enjoy it, and it is. It's a physical brand of football. I grew up. My dad always said that a big hit would change the momentum of a game faster than anything. And it's true. It's whether your punter's running down the field smashing somebody.
Let's go. Let's go.
But it's the truth. And I think that's the way the game's still played. And I know, look, there's a lot of different rules, all that stuff. You can't, take somebody's head off anymore. But you can still be physical. And I think, for the most part, the most physical team wins.
Are you trying to get back into coaching? There's been a lot of rumors that you're getting back. I talked to Chuck last week, right? I was very lucky to play for Chuck, watch him go through leukemia. He's just an incredible human. I think he looks up to you a lot, too. So he's a great guy. But talking to him, he said he knew like a week out of coaching that he wanted to get back into it. After he left the Colts, it was like a week where him and Tina, they were getting a little antsy. He was around the wife too much. She was getting sick of it. He said, I need to get back with the team. Now he's with the Bears. Are you kind of feeling that same way? Or is the media helping you a little bit?
No, it helps me a little bit. I have a son that's coaching with the Chargers, so I get my fix that way. My brother just got back in with the Redskins, so that helps. But there's no scoreboard in what I do right now, and it's tough when you've been competing all your life, and 30 years I spent as a coach. So you definitely miss the locker room. You miss the competition, and so that I definitely miss it, and I was tempted to come back in, but for whatever reason, nobody called me. I guess I'm unlisted. I don't know what it is, man.
Chiefs rumors weren't real.
No, that was what's so funny. Like, I get a lot of them. I even had one about college or something like, he's interested. He's gonna he wants a job at Miami. I'm like, what? No, I'll take the Dolphins job. But I wasn't going to go to the Hurricanes. Now, if Ray Lewis and Ed Reed were playing, maybe I would. So. To me, I got a pretty good gig right here.
Yeah. And you do well, by the way.
Well, I appreciate it.
You do really well.
Shoot.
I feel like whenever you were doing your press conferences as a head coach, you teabagged the entire league when you came in. You became instantly the most entertaining human in the NFL. You became a face almost of the NFL.
That's hard not
for most.
Must see. Well, not these Patriots fans. Yeah. Must see TV though. Anytime you got in front of a microphone. So I imagine ESPN's very excited to have you. Have you felt comfortable in it? Have you had to? Is there a learning curve to being a TV guy?
I think there was a learning curve. Like when I first went in there, I'm like, shoot, I never wanted to do it. I wanted to coach. You know what I mean? So I'm like, hell, I'll go do this. I was a disaster on Monday Night Football with whatever. I'm watching the game like, oh yeah, who's going to tee me up here? Am I like, I don't want to, end up, do the play-by-play or whatever. Yeah. Like Jim Nance does a phenomenal job that way. He lets Tony Romo go, and I'm like, God, and Romo's a zillion times better than me. But it was like, God, that would have been nice. Yeah. He's maybe not a zillion, maybe a billion times. But it was, and it was funny because I'm like, well, do I say something? Because I'm used to being the lead guy. Like when they come in, it's, a press conference, the mics are there, and I'm the guy speaking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So over there, it's like, okay, sit back. Okay, sit back. I missed an opportunity. I screwed up.
Is it my go?
I'm not great with the language anyway. Let's face it. I wasn't exactly a Phi Beta Kappa. That was my mother. But it's just one of those deals, and it did take a little time. I'm much more comfortable now doing it.
Well, you were also a movie star. I mean, we can't forget about
I
this.
would
That's
say,
my boy.
absolutely. Yeah.
That's my boy. Was that easier than TV?
Wait, you're an actor? I didn't know you were in a
An
movie.
actor, please.
A Patriot fanatic.
I think I dominated that movie. When I was in there, it was. They had another guy, Adam Sandler?
Yep. Yeah,
he
Adam
was
Sandler.
like a co-star, but
He's a musician. He's a musician.
I thought I was the guy that carried that show.
Oh yeah, it was you and Dan Patrick the whole movie. Really, that.
Yeah, but that was so funny. I get a call from Adam Sandler, and he's like, "Hey Rex, is Adam Sandler?" I'm like, "Yeah, right." Click. I'm like, hey, that ain't no
How
Adam
did this
Sandler.
fucking guy get my number?
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, he calls back. No, it is. I'm like, because would you be interested in a movie? Oh, let me think about it. Yeah, hell yeah, let's do this. So that was a cool thing.
Did you take acting classes, or you just wanted a natural? Let's go.
Dude, let's just go. And what got me, though, is, they gave me the script, and so I studied my lines. Like, I wasn't going to be the guy that was going to screw the thing up,
Your
right?
first time, you can't be that guy.
No, and so I'm doing it. I'm just stiff, robotic. You could see that I'm trying to remember the lines. But the funny thing is, Adam Sandler's just letting it rip. I'm like, whoa, you're supposed to say this.
That's not on
you
the
know
script.
what I mean? That's not the way this goes. But it was, it was fun as heck. And
Oh, look at that with heck right there. You just did it.
dude, I got to, man. I can't.
No, but I'm saying that's
trained
natural.
Now.
That's a natural reaction for you.
I can't do what I used to do with coaching.
If you get back into coaching,
You can do it.
Oh, I'm going right back to him. F-bombs, all that stuff. Let's let it rip.
When you're watching a game, do you still call plays in your head or think about how you would stop certain things that are going on in the game?
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
It's just that part of it never leaves you. And, some of these defenses that are played today, I'm like, this is a joke. Like, who the hell is calling these things?
Yeah, I do that with
Can you name
kickers and
names?
punters.
Do you name
Yeah.
names?
Yeah, almost every team in the league. Like, it's like nobody's playing defense anymore.
Butler.
But it's like I watch it, and like New England. The thing I respect and admire about Belichick is, look, every game's different. It's its own game. You're going to attack people a certain way.
Yep.
His teams are multiple. They do different things. And by the way, brains still help you win. You want tough, smart guys, and you win with those guys. And if you're going to I always love this one. Well, we're going to play fast on defense.
Yeah,
But in other words, you're not going to coach. You're going to sit back, and I'm going to put up my 4 defenses and just yell on the field. Like, I love these colleges watching them. Guy, I'm coaching his butt off. It's like, you're coaching your butt off. You're yelling and screaming and have no clue. You're not getting your guys in position where they can be successful. And it's just like, people, we're gonna play fast. We'll do that to the Patriots. You want to play fast? Watch how fast their offense goes through you. And these last 2 weeks were a great example of it. It's like, really? Oh, you're gonna play these defenses? Oh, I was just like, stop. And because I picked
Chargers?
both teams. The Chargers, my son coaches there, so I picked them and I picked the Chiefs. I'm like, surely the guy they'll know how to play him and all that. And by halftime, I'm like, this is a joke.
Do you send your son a text at halftime like, hey, we need to make it?
Hey, what the fuck we do? We're not just
Well,
playing
he's
fast
coaching
here.
on offense,
okay.
and so it was
Still, either way.
like, it was, I predicted an all LA Super Bowl. So I'm like, I'm feeling pretty good. The Chargers come in. The Patriots, we can say what we want. This is the greatest coaching job in Bill Belichick's career because that team
I wanted to
is
talk about
not
that.
even close to the team that I had to go
I want
against.
to talk about that. Whenever you became a head coach, both times in the AFC East, I mean, you're being thrown into a buzzsaw here. The greatest dynasty in the history of the NFL. Probably won't see this for a long, long, long time. You went in there, though, with I'm not kissing the ring, awesome shit, right? What you have to tell your team, you have to sell it. If you were to do you think if you go back in time, you would have tried to get a head coaching job outside of the Patriots division and maybe because it's one of those things where they had it's a stranglehold right now, not on just AFC East, but the entire NFL. Do you think, I want to be a head coach again? Do you want to be a coordinator? What is the future or is the media?
Well, no, I mean, you would take a head coaching job anywhere. So if you had to go coach in Alaska and I had to show up naked to coach, I'd do it. It wouldn't be good for the league, but I would do it.
disagree.
I would
by the way.
absolutely do it. But that's it. I love the game. I want to be I love being the head coach, but as a defensive coordinator, it was great, but you had half the roster that you dealt with. But as a head coach, man, that's your football team out there. And when you talk about when I went to the Jets, it was like, hey, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show the whole league what they've been missing for all these years that they passed me over. And so that was like, hell, I'm here and I'm not afraid of you, and I'm still not afraid. I'd walk in there with a high school team and still think I could kick somebody's butt.
Hey, early in your Jets career with Sanchez there, you guys put together some incredible runs, like team football, though.
That was like team for like a 6th-round trade.
Yeah, and I knew we suspended for 6 weeks immediately. So that was a hell of a trade. But that was a good move. We're like, oh, shoot.
As a Steelers guy, I remember on Hard Knocks you being, we got this guy for a 6th-rounder.
Oh, yeah. He's the best player on our field. The field.
He was unbelievable.
He was so good, so talented. And then we had Braylon Edwards that, that ended up punching LeBron's friend or something like that. So got him, at the right price. So I want to encourage other guys to, beat up like Legends friends or something. But really, it was, but they're good dudes, man, and they played hard. And that was the thing. I remember one year we also had Plexico Burress coming off, and so I had those 3 guys. So every Thursday I'd meet with those 3. And we go and we have a little ice cream social and all that, and we just shoot the.
That's awesome.
Did you learn anything?
I learned so much. We learned a lot about each other, and all 4 of us would agree that we're all screwed up. But I enjoy those guys, man. They would do anything for me, and vice versa.
Well, I think we heard this in Detroit earlier this year, is that Patricia lost the locker room. And then you hear this, lost the locker room. That normally means that the OGs aren't fucking with the coach anymore. That's normally what it means. The locker room, the OGs are kind of done with the coach. There's either the coach hates the OGs, or that's kind of how the locker room gets lost. Your teams, it was never like that. Everybody was ready to go to war for Rex Ryan. Just like Chuck Pagano, right? Chuck, you will never hear a player from the Colts that are like, I didn't like Chuck. Like, we were ready to go for Chuck. We wish we won more for him. That's like probably the ultimate compliment, right? As a coach, is that your players want to run through a wall for you?
Yeah, well, that's it. And you know what? As you know, it's because you establish a relationship and you care. You're genuine about caring for those guys. And that was it. And I cared for every one of my players. Look, there are sometimes I hated them, but I hate my son sometimes. So it's, and they'll make mistakes. Nobody's perfect by any stretch, and certainly not me. But it was something that these are special guys that play this game, and to me, it's look, football's not for everybody. All these sissies are putting their kids in different sports. That's on them. And you know what? Their kids are going to be punks anyway. So to me, that's what it's about. And I'm not going to have my kid play. Yeah, of course you're not. We don't want your kid playing anyway.
Bad for the game if your kid plays.
Flag football. Look, it ain't for everybody, but the guys that do play the game, they're mighty men, and I love them.
All right, wrapping this up. You went on ESPN, where you work, on a morning show, okay? Right after a situation happened in a Chicago Bear football game. And you say, basically, in other words, fuck them, Dakota Park. And that caused quite a scene in the brand community here for
Kickers.
I
understand.
I was asked by 2,000 people.
You're a tough guy too, so I don't want to fight you.
No, but hold on, no.
But I got this mic.
No, but I was getting I got like 2,000 tweets like, yo, did you hear what Rex Ryan said about Cody Parkey this morning? And I watched it, and I was like, man, that guy's got literally no soul in there. I was like, how can I even feel bad for the kid? But he has a job to do, is what you were basically implying.
Absolutely. It's a 40-yard field goal.
NFL.
Everybody works their butt off. How about the corner that had to play man coverage all day long? How about this guy, that guy, the coach that put the game plan together? You put your team in a situation to win those games. Look, we had a kicker, folk hero. When
literally.
Beat
it was like a 35-yarder on the right hash.
But still, he got it done. Yeah. And it was great because it was dead silent in the stadium, and he nails it, and you hear him going, yes, him and me, yes. It's like Peyton Manning.
Hey, we called a timeout. It was
my God, that was by the grace of God.
Dumbest thing we've ever done.
Thank you very much, because now I'm going to throw the ball to Braylon
Edwards on the corner
situation, which we didn't have called at the time. But it was so funny because when you bring it up, it's like when we got that, I'm like,
you should have seen what we were doing on the sideline.
You're kidding me.
Me, Vinatieri, I think Peyton, everybody was like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? Because
exactly.
It would have been a 50, I think it would have been like a 53 or something like that.
And so now your plays job, I'm like, guys, they think we're just going to run the ball here. Well, I got Braylon one-on-one over
Son
here.
of a bitch!
And I look at Sanchez. What do you think? He goes, oh yeah. I'm like, give it to him. Let's go. I don't care what the play. I right, Z cross, but throw the ball to Braylon. That was the technical terms we used, and he makes a great catch. Sanchez puts it on him, and then the rest is history. But yeah, that was. Jim Caldwell's a dang good coach, but I was like, thank you, Jim.
There was a time management guy on the staff at that time. I think he was the one that told Jim to give the timeout. That guy
Thank you.
I won't put that guy's name out there because he's probably looking for work still at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he got fucking buried in the locker room afterwards.
Oh, man, I bet.
Because we had a lot of older guys on the team that were like...
Yeah, the team's ready to win.
Yes.
You have anytime, here's the thing. If Peyton Manning's your quarterback... You're going to win. I mean, this just in, you're going to win. And that's what's so funny where you look at all these teams and this guy's a great coach. This dude's got Peyton Manning. This dude's got Aaron Rodgers. Hey, go out there and win with Geno Smith as a rookie, and you tell me what's going on.
Rex, we got to get you on the driving range here. So thankful for you coming. You're awesome on TV.
Oh, my pleasure,
I'm
guys.
very
That's a
thankful for you
pleasure.
coming
All right.
here, and I can't wait to see you coach again because the NFL needs you up there, man. I honestly believe that.
You see what they're paying these dudes now?
Fuck.
Like, oh, do you want to coach again? Yeah. Hell yeah, I do.
Gruden just banked $100 million.
$100 million, 10-year deal. So you're sitting back, it's guaranteed. It's like, you know what? We lost. We'll get him next time.
I'll tell you what, man.
Oh, my goodness.
He said the Khalil Mack $90 million is a lot of money, like a month after signing that $100 million deal. It's like zero self-awareness from the incredibly wealthy fucking guy that just came out of the booth.
And Gruden, by the way, this dude can rush the passer. You, not so much. So, like, oh, my God.
Rex, thank you so much. You're the man.
Oh, my pleasure, guys.